I have the pleasure to introduce Ms. Kate Thomas, Worthy Advisor of Fidelity Assembly number 242.
It gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce this afternoon's installation officers. Mrs. Susan Lucky, Mother Advisor. Hostess, Mrs. Lisa Giosi, Past Grand Religion. Installing Chaplain, Kate Thomas, Worthy Advisor of Fidelity Assembly. And Honorary Marshal, Lisa Giosi. Sister Marshal, you will retire and escort the officers elected and appointed into the assembly room.
One of their themes also is the circle of life. In it, Simba learns from his father his place in the circle of life. In Rainbow, we too are part of that circle. We do this in friendships we make that connect us socially. Many friendships made in the early years are strong enough to move forward throughout our lives. Ask any adult who was once a part of Rainbow about the friendships they have from those early years. The greatest gift that Rainbow gives to us, each of its members, are vital life skills. It is here that an 11-year-old begins to memorize speeches and present them to their peers. Though at first she might be shy and struggle, she will find support and encouragement to try again and again until she finds confidence in speaking. Here, a girl gets to learn and introduced to responsibility among her peers. She might be asked to chair a fundraising dinner. She must decide the details of the event. She will ask people to help her. She'll set a goal on how much money she wants to raise in that event. She will rely on her peers to follow through when she asks them to do something to make this event possible. She will inevitably make mistakes in the safest environment, but in the end, she will have success because she planned the event, got to do the event, and because of that, she will feel the ultimate accomplishments. She will be proud of herself. Every office that each of these girls hold brings a new responsibility to learn and master one day over their years in Rainbow. Along with adult support from both parents and the advisory board, from the treasurer, where they learn about checking accounts and how to balance it, or just the daily needs of keeping a calendar as a Rainbow girl. These are all a part of the responsibilities they learn and life skills they get to have. Parents, your support here is vital to your child's growth in the tasks and accomplishments that they may have. Understanding that yes, we do have a lot of fun. We travel, we play, we serve our community, we fundraise for charity, but we are learning many life skills along the way. Your presence in each and every girl's life, both here and obviously at home, allows all of those life skills to foster and prosper. As an adult of the advisory board, I have made a commitment to assisting those girls here learning those life skills. This year, we'll also be learning about sewing and cooking. I'm excited to be a part of Rainbow's circle of life, to see each of these young ladies blossom and grow into confident young women. Thank you.
As for the advisors, please stand for introduction. I have the pleasure to introduce Holly Winter of San Fernando Assembly, number 223. You'll greet her with a warm welcome. And I'm sorry, Rebecca Chavez of San Fernando Ventura. You'll greet her with a warm welcome. Will the Rainbow Girls please stand for introduction? Since I do not have the pleasure of knowing your names, will you please give your names in assemblies?
Evelyn Williams Talker is San Fernando Assembly. Elizabeth Williams Talker, San Fernando Assembly.
Thank you very, very much for coming. Will the Grand Deputies please stand for introduction? I have the honor to introduce Mrs. Mary Ann John, Area Grand Deputy, and past State Mother Advisor of the Mesmerizing Mustangs of 2013, and Mrs. Beverly Freed, Area Grand Deputy and past Mother Advisor of 2011. You will greet them with great honor.
Thank you very much.
Will the past Mother Advisors please stand for introduction? I have the pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ryan Lotspeech of San Buenaventura You'll retain a warm welcome. Sister Marshall. All others entitled to escort and not previously introduced will please stand for self-introduction.
Anna Carvalho, pass. Grand Immortality 2005.
Sister Marshall, you will escort the rainbow flag into the assembly room. Installation of officers. By authority vested in me, as installing officer of Assembly number 242, or number 107, I declare the assembly open for installation. Sister Chaplain, you will attend the altar.
Worthy advisor, Ms. Natasha.
Sister Marshall, you will escort each of your sisters, as her name is called, back at the color station facing the east.
Worthy advisor, Ms. Natasha Howard. Worthy associate advisor, Ms. Segura Amora. Faith, Ms. Hallie Talbot. Drill leader, Ms. Eddie Cornell. And matrix, Ms. Molly Cooper.
As no one should set forth on any great or important work without the assistance of prayer, the assembly will please stand without a head while the chapel leads us in prayer. Our Father, let thy riches Our Father, let thy richest blessing rest upon the officers and members of this assembly. Bless those who about to assume the responsibilities of their office. Help them to know. May the importance of the position they are to occupy. May the importance of the service they are about to render be firmly impressed upon their minds. Help them to know as leaders. The eyes of all in the assembly are upon them, and grant to them that beauty of life which will make them an inspiration to us all. May the members of this assembly be true and loyal to them, and help them in any way within their power to make their and may the members of this assembly do gladly and cheerfully the work the assembly may have for them to do. May we not forget our lesson in service, and may this ensuing term, under the leadership of those selected, be our greatest period of service. And in the Master's name, we shall give thee praise forever. In the Master's name, amen.
Lord, help us to keep our promise.
Installing officers, I present Natasha, who has been elected worthy advisor of this assembly for the ensuing term.
My sister, you have been elected worthy advisor of this assembly. Yet before you can assume responsibility of this high office, I shall exact from you certain pledges. Do you believe in the existence of one true and living God?
I do.
Do you believe you should be careful in the selection of members?
I do.
Do you recognize the authority of the Supreme Assembly and agree that during your administration as worthy advisor, you will, to the best of your ability, be true and loyal to its Constitution and statutes?
I do.
Do you agree that as you shall preside over this assembly as worthy advisor, you will at all times be fair and considerate, and in no way abuse the power that is placed in your hands?
I do.
Do you agree to counsel the mother advisor and the advisory board at all times that peace and harmony may prevail?
I do.
My sister, your assembly and its wisdom and judgment has elevated you to the office of worthy advisor, the highest honor it can confer. With this high honor comes responsibilities and duties. These duties should be discharged with the utmost thought, prayer, and ability. As your decisions should be characterized by thought and tempered with judgment, so should your life be influenced by kindness and tempered with the fine seal of charity. You should be an example to members of this assembly, not only in your association with them, but in your everyday life. And remember that although elevated for the time being, you too must return to the ranks. May God speak to you and aid you during your term of office, and may you look to him for strength and vision. Sister Marshall, you'll invest our sister with the tool for office. My sister, the tool for office is the gavel. It is a symbol of power and authority, and may you ever regard it as such. Sister Marshall, you'll conduct our sister to the east.
And the honor guard. Or clerk. Honor guard. Oh. Word, please. Present. Swords.
Well, I've never seen a king or priest with quite so little hair.
Members, Assembly number 107. You have heard the pledges the worthy advisor has made the altar. Do you agree to hold her knees, to be true and loyal to her, and help her in any way within your power to make her term profitable and pleasant?
We do.
Sister worthy advisor, behold the members of your assembly. Members of the assembly, behold your worthy advisor, and salute her with grand honors.
Carry. Swords. Westward. Face. Forward. March.
Installing officer, I presented Sakura Akamura as been an elected worthy associate advisor of this assembly for the ensuing term.
My sister, in electing you as worthy associate advisor, my sister, because of your interest and devotion to this assembly, you have been elected to serve as worthy associate advisor. The responsibilities of this office are great. You not only serve the assembly in the absence of the worthy advisor, but you should also be constantly preparing yourself to assume the regular duties of that office. Cooperate with the worthy advisor, for you are her chief officer. Guard well your life's pattern, that it may reflect the lessons of the great white light which rests on the altar in this assembly.